Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is having an incredible day. Now guys, this is just a quick video just to show you what cold damage looks like on epiphytic cacti. And this is my Epiphyllum Philanthus, that's how you pronounce it. And unfortunately it's come down with lots and lots of brown spots, as you can see here. Sort of like a brown coppery orangey colour, and all around the edging it's very crispy and black. And the plant itself, it's not going to die. I'll just turn you around to show you here. All of this brown spotting all here, it looks like very bad scorch. Which in reality it actually is, it's cold scorch, similar to heat damage. And as I say, this won't kill the plant, it will outgrow the damage. I may have to cut it back and it will regrow fresh shoots and maybe propagate the fresh shoots because the plant does look unsightly. But it will carry on, and obviously this has been in the polytunnel with all our other cacti and succulents, and I brought it in now because it's obviously kept too cold for this plant. And as I say, epiphyllums are quite cold hardy. Ideally they don't like to drop below 6-7 Celsius, and our polytunnel, we never have it any less than 5C. If it drops below that, then the heater will kick on, and it roughly is between about 7 and 8 Celsius most of the time, and that's what we keep it at the temperature to overwinter. But the biggest problem is obviously it does sometimes drop in between sort of the 5C sometimes before the heater will kick in, and we've had a couple of problems with the humidity in the polytunnel, and this is what more likely has caused this. But it's a combination of the cold temperatures and the high humidity that causes these damp spots to appear on epiphyllum. As I say, the plant itself, it won't kill the plant. You sometimes see this on sometimes the Schlumbergers and the Rhipsalidopsis as well, if they're kept in cold porches, especially here in Ireland and the UK, where it's the high humidity with the cold and damp. It does happen. But as I say, should this happen to you, then your plant isn't going to die. You may probably best to wait until the spring and maybe cut it back, and it will repropagate itself. But I just want to show you that this isn't a disease. It's not some form of bug or anything like that. It is purely down to high humidity and the cold. It sometimes even it not necessarily be high humidity if it's kept cold. You often see, funny enough, whenever I walk past people's front porches or the windows, sometimes here in Ireland, I notice they'll have epiphyllums, and you often see this on their plants too, and it's a classic sign of just being kept too cold. As I say, sometimes the minimum temperatures they give for plants is the minimum temperature the plant can survive at, not thrive at. So remember, if you want a plant to survive, then think, oh, I'll keep it at a low temperature, I haven't got to worry. But if you want your plant to thrive and look healthy, I would always keep it at a few degrees minimum. As I say, they say sometimes epiphyllum 2-3 degrees Celsius. But personally, from my own experience of growing these plants for absolutely years, I find that they always scar if they go below 7C. Especially with the high humidity. So guys, ideally keep these plants at a bare minimum of about 8 Celsius, ideally around the 7 to 8, no lower than the 5 anyway. So guys, I have made a couple of videos on how to care for epiphyllum. So I do know this myself, but this was just a bit of an experiment, how it would get on in the polytunnel. And links up above to how to care for epiphytic cacti, and it goes into a bit more detail there. But as I say, no real harm done. It's purely aesthetic, and it will outgrow the damage in the spring. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. And until the next video, guys, bye.